Damn it, Willie, grow some balls.
The Zubrowka.
Part 2 of the great How to Drink Like a Writer challenge. It's about this book.
How to Drink Like a Writer.
And it's about Marcos. Marcos gave me this book. Thanks, Marcos.
Because I'm a writer fanboy, I feel a moral obligation, as anyone would, to go through the entire book and drink every single cocktail. There are 100 cocktails in this book. There are 100 writers in this book, each writer with a cocktail, starting from Shakespeare, Metheglin. Today we do the W. Somerset Maugham Zubrowka.
W. Somerset Maugham. That is one of those, those writers that you just, First of all, W means William. It's Willie. Apparently, he hated his middle name, which is Somerset. He was named after Somerset, which is the last name of some uncle of him. But if he didn't like the name, and he didn't, then why does he use it? Why didn't he just say William Maugham? And then while we're at it, how could he like Maugham? If he didn't like Somerset, how could he like Maugham? Maugham, I think, right? And it's pronounced Maugham. Mom, like M-O-M, Mom, like Mr. Mom. People call him Mr. Mom. How are you doing today, Mr. Mom? How would you like that? I would have taken Somerset as my last name, and it's Willie Somerset. In one of his books, he praised the so-called bison grass vodka, and the bison grass vodka is I know what this is because it's I got to know it in the 90s when I was a little bit younger here in Berlin, and I would go to these parties and they would say, you got to try this. Grassovka is what was the brand. Grassovka was the brand here in Berlin, and it's vodka in a clear glass, in a clear bottle, and running through the bottle is a long blade of grass, and it's bison grass. And if you don't know what bison grass is, don't feel alone, because no one knows what bison grass is. It's just grass. It's a long blade of grass. Do you need bison to grow the grass? Is bison somehow necessary for the grass? No, it's just grass, right? It has nothing to do with bison. I don't know why they call it bison grass. But they take a blade of grass and they put it in the vodka, and that gives the vodka a certain flavor. And when I first tried it, I thought, this is a marketing gag, guys. Aren't you guys intelligent enough to recognize a marketing gag when you see it? They take this vodka, which is just normal, run-of-the-mill vodka, and they put a blade of grass in the bottle, and they market it to students who say, "Oh, this is special. There's a blade of grass in it. You have to try this. It's just a blade of grass in it. Why? It's like putting a rock in it or something. It's nonsense." And I thought, this stupid. And I tried it, and it was great. It's a really great vodka. The grass gives it some kind of weird. I can't describe the taste. I know in this book, the W. Somerset Maugham described it as a bit of vanilla and I think lavender, and he said it was a grassy taste. He probably said it was a grassy taste because grass, so it's easy to say it tastes like grass, but. In fact, if you drink it, there is kind of a little bit of this feeling of when you go through a lawn that's been newly cut, like in the summer, and it's been cut, and it's a field of cut grass, and it's like you've taken a grass and you've cut it into, and then nature kind of bleeds out of it. The soul, the core of nature bleeds out and filters into the air and rises up above this field for 1 or 2 days, and you go through and you smell the cut grass, and it's this beautiful, intoxicating feel of like nature. You've discovered nature. It's contained in the grass, and now it's been let out of the grass and it's filtering into our air, and it's a beautiful, and a part of that is in this vodka. And so brand. The brand that W. Somerset Maugham, Mr. Maugham, used was Zubrowka. And you see you got the bison here for some reason. I don't know why. And the other ingredient is freshly pressed apple juice. I'm not going to freshly press my apple juice, so I got some from a fairly good brand here in Germany, Becker's Beste. I got Naturtrübe Apfelsaft. So it's apple juice that is unfiltered. Naturtrübe means naturally filthy. Basically, trube means kind of filthy, like filled with gunk, and so you have that kind of like the final rest of a badly filtered apple juice that has some pulp floating in it. So it's there's a little bit of pulp. It's like very little bit. And I don't think they call it naturally unfiltered. That would be I think the English translation of Naturtrübe, but I don't think it's natural and filtered. I think probably they just take the apple juice, they filter it like everything else, and they put additives and preservatives in it, and they put it into a concentrate, and they ship it somewhere, and then they put water in it, and then they add, a little bit of trubeness, filthiness in it to make it look like it's true. I assume that's what they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know, but I'm not gonna make any natural apple juice out of the apples themselves. No way. That's not my dedication to W. Somerset Maugham, to Mr. Maugham, does not go that far. And those are the two elements. Those are the two elements of this drink. It's basically a long drink, and he also puts a lime wedge on to garnish it. But I got to say now, in this entire series, no garnish. I'm not doing the garnish thing because they always have a little, like a cherry or something, and then you have to buy a whole can of cherries to get one cherry. You have to buy a bag of lemons to have one lemon wedge. Not going to do that. This is just the pure drink. So let's do this. Yeah, I got the glass and I got ice. The ice is also important. Okay, so let's put the ice. Let's be generous with this ice here. I think we need. Come on. We need lots of ice here. We need ice. Come on. Let's be. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, and let's do
From the Zubrowka. Here we go.
I don't even know what an ounce is. This is a German measuring whatever that is, and this is 4 centiliters. I don't know what an ounce is. It's 2 ounces. I don't know. So I just go by parts. It's 2 parts alcohol, 4 parts juice, or 1 to 2. Yeah, 1 to 2. So here we go.
I'm going to pretend that this is 2 ounces. Okay.
And then we're going to add double the amount of apple juice. There we go. Hold on so you can see it in front of the camera. There we go. That's 1. And here's the double amount. Oh. This is a mess. It's just a mess. Oh, there we go.
Okay, Willie Somerset Maugham. Let's get a little piece of you.
Willie, it's bland. This is bland. This is like you're writing, Willie. Damn it, Willie, grow some balls.
I'm sorry, Mr. Maugham. The classic, clearly he writes better than I ever will, but still, this is bland. This is like, come on. I mean, get serious, man. Get serious here. This is bland. This is a bland drink. It's a waste of the bison grass vodka. This is not good. I don't recommend this. It's like, it reminds me of his writing, I gotta say.
And maybe I'm a bad person because I feel that, Mr. Maugham's writing is bland. It is. And this kind of confirms I don't know. Did he think it was sophisticated to be boring? Is it? Maybe it is. Maybe that's the actual definition of sophistication, to be boring. But I recently read The Razor's Edge, which is about a World War I fighter pilot who, is traumatized in the war. He goes to India and he gets enlightened, and he kind of he's a hippie. Basically it's a hippie novel written in the, when was it? Probably 30s or 40s, something like that. So it was a hippie novel before its time. I'm 100 pages into this novel, and it's still not getting to the point. Say hello. Say hello. Okay. It's about Mr. Maugham talking to his relatives. So he goes from one social event to the other. And the relatives say, I'm worried about what's his face and this and that, and he's going to get married. I may get married. And it goes back and forth, and he talks to the wife and the fiance and the fiance. I'm worried about my husband. He says, don't worry about your husband. And it goes on and on like that. And we never get to the actual point of this guy who's traumatized. Come on. Give it to us in the first chapter. Just say, in 2 lines, it took many years for me to get to know this guy because I only know him via his relatives. But once I got to know him, he was an interesting guy, and this is who he is, and tell us who he is. Let's get to the point. And though I think it's honorable and an achievement to write a 60s novel about a guru who was enlightened long before the 60s. Just like every generation, we actually only imitate generations that have gone before. The 60s were really just imitating Maugham's generation, Mr. Maugham's generation, really. And but they did it better. The better 60s hippie enlightenment novel is Robert Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land. That's way better than The Razor's Edge. I gotta say that Razor's Edge is really kind of weak-kneed, timid. This is W. Somerset Maugham's The Zubrowka. This is less sophisticated than it is bland. You gotta grow some balls, my friend. Okay, so
good luck to everyone. I'll get out of here and let me drink.